Hello guys, welcome to another Dawn of War Soulstorm video. Today we are watching a best of 5, a competitive game played between sfto LeRagpicker and FZ Cha0s. A show match organized by Vol 10 years ago. These games were played in December 2008. So almost 10 years. 10-year-old games, just like in my previous video that many of you enjoyed. We'll have some old games here, old gems. Let's get started with the first game. In Team 1, LeRagpicker with Cha0s. In Team 2, FZ Cha0s. We've had both of these players on the channel, so if you're an old subscriber, you're probably familiar with these names. Both of them are very high skilled. Not sure what nationality is LeRagpicker, but Cha0s is probably Korean. I mean FZ Cha0s. Do not confuse when I say Cha0s by meaning Cha0s race, and when I say Cha0s meaning the Cha0s this player. That's how his nickname is. On the right we have Dark Eldar for FZ Cha0s, goes for Hall of Blood and Generator opening, 2 Mandrakes. Very standard. On the left side we have Nade Cult opening for LeRagpicker. 4 cultists with grenades. It's effective build order versus Dark Eldar when Dark Eldar plays infantry style. That's what Dark Eldar is doing. Will it work well for him with this opening? I don't think so, but we'll see. Warriors get countered easily by the cultist grenades. The grenades have huge damage, the warriors have low HP. Also cultists can outrange these warriors. Look at this. Dark Eldar trying to do some damage here, deny LeRagpicker to take the relic. And he already lost 2 Dark Eldar warriors. They are dead. And how much for one of these warriors? 50 requisition. Well, at least they are not that expensive. Yeah, cultists won't allow them to do any damage. Cha0s have to go back with this squad. And he makes Aircon. 62 to 10 economy for FZ Cha0s. And he sends this warrior to capture the critical location, probably the best he can do with this squad now. Instead of losing it, better capture a point. On this side we have Aircon trying to win some time and keep these cultists away from this side of the map, while Dark Eldar takes all the points and builds them. He only has to place the listening post on the relic and he can go back, but we also have infiltrated mandrakes, a bit more effective stuff. He forced LeRagpicker to build this turret for detection. Aircon still trying to do some damage, win some time in here. And he might even try and decap this. He can cancel the listening post. 86 to 20 economy for LeRagpicker, even if he is on only 4 strategic points for now. He upgraded them, so his economy is good enough. He will stay alive in the game. And he also can go tier 2 right now, he has enough resources. And of course he needs tier 2 for Defilers. Defilers is the best unit for this matchup. Especially when you see that Dark Eldar has opened with a Hall of Blood. Also have some LP2 mass from FZ Cha0s, he upgrades it. Goes for economy boom just like Cha0s. He captured this point, he has to build it now. And Infiltrated Mandrake still doing a great job, nice stun on the cultists. Only one cultist left alive in this squad. Dark Eldar Erken could try and kill that cultist in ranged combat. Well, I guess he just missed this thing. Well done so far by Dark Eldar, he manages to get 1 point from Cha0s side. Aggressive style on tier 1 kills the heretic with the ranged weapon. Good stuff, but what will he do on tier 2? That's my concern. He has to place that Dark Hole, or how is that called? Dark Foundry. He needs Dark Foundry for a vehicle mass on tier 2. Otherwise he won't be able to counter the Defiler mass. Instead he goes for the laboratory.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
Interesting choice. Maybe he thinks Homunculus will be able to help. Or he just wants the upgrades for Erkan, who knows. Almost tier 2 here, but we already have tier 2 for Cha0s. Goes for the Cha0s Sorcerer. He finally will have the detection, will be able to see the Mandrakes. And we have a full map control from FZ Cha0s, domination in map control. 3 critical locations captured, all of his points, and even 1 point from this side. Also upgrades it now. The thing is, Cha0s army will be much more stronger very soon, he has to do something about that. Machine Pit is already up, and the first Defiler is on the way. Also infiltration for cultists was researched, good upgrade. Helps to keep those cultists alive. If you're going for a nade cult, I think this upgrade is worth it. You need it. Because these cultists is a big part of your army, so you have to keep it alive to support your vehicles. Did the Erkan just die? Seems so, but one squad of Mandrakes is still here. Now it also will get killed. And here we have the first Defiler. What will Dark Eldar do? He goes for the Scourges, probably the worst option against the Defiler. And you may ask, what else can he do? Well, I've seen how Raiders, Dark Eldar vehicles do in this matchup, and I think they are a much better choice. Of course, they cannot deal good enough with the Defilers, but they can defend, at least keep you alive, and much more cost effective in my opinion. They can also jump, and they have that weapon equipped, which also deals damage to vehicles. So I think if Dark Eldar opens with a Dark Foundry instead of Hall of Blood, it's much better in the long run for him. Much better. He can do better on tier 1, maybe. It depends how he will control his Hellions, how many river jet bikes he will make. But on tier 2 he will be able to also make the Raiders, which are great for defense, or maybe even try and destroy the Defilers one by one. Dark Eldar invested a lot in these Scourges, and let's see how they will deal with the defilers in here. Let's see from his side. He tries to destroy this defiler. Receives the ability from the Chaos Sorcerer, and all of the Scourges lose morale. Look at this stuff. It's just impossible to kill the defilers with the Scourges. This is not the way to play. Many players even blame the matchup just because Scourges cannot deal with the defilers. Well, in my opinion, you just have to play a bit differently. You need vehicles in this matchup, not Scourge mass. And yes, I haven't missed this crazy ability from Homunculus. He used that dart shot, or however it's called, on the Chaos Sorcerer, and it got killed instantly right here. He just exploded. This was epic. 10 minutes into this game, a very good economy for Dark Eldar. More and more upgrades on the way. But the Scourges, what can they do? Just harass Chaos base at the moment. They cannot stand a chance against the defilers. I will try to find some games when Dark Eldars make Raiders versus the defilers, but I'm not sure if I will find any. I know that I've watched such games for sure, and it was much better than the Scourge mass. Of course, Chaos can make talents to deal with the Raiders, but then you can make, you can upgrade Dark Lances on Towers of Loathing and play just defensively, if you will see talents. And maybe go tier 3. Here we have some nice fights. Malediction got casted on the cultists. It doesn't really do anything since they have... they also got stunned and couldn't kill each other. That was a weird ability combination. Maybe a misclick from Cha0s, who knows. So far, the Scourges managed to destroy 2 listening posts and decap them. Well done, much better than I thought in here. But Cha0s now is tier 3, his economy is still good. And he has the possessed Chaos Marines now, they cannot be stopped by anything. Dark Eldar does not have any units that can deal with the possessed Chaos Marines. The Demon Pit is also up. And Demonic Fire is on the way for these possessed Chaos Marines. It also will drop the morale of all Dark Eldar infantry. Crazy game, still very good economy for Dark Eldar, but he is tier 2.5. He invests all of his resources in this Scourge's reinforcement. It's just not worth it in my opinion. He had to pick another build order, but that's it. I think Cha0s will be victorious, and Cha0s is also LeRagpicker's main race. A very good Cha0s player, a true veteran. Scourge is still alive in here, but not for long. They will either have to retreat or die. Obliterators get landed here. And Scourges won't stand a chance. They try to destroy the Desecrated Stronghold, but it won't work. This Chaos unit is just too strong for the Scourges. Yeah, as you can see, the Defilers are a big pain for the Scourges. And possessed Chaos Marines destroying Dark Eldar's base. It's over. In my opinion, it could have been much better if Dark Eldar would go for Dark Foundry opening instead of Hall of Blood. GG gets called by FZ Cha0s. That's it. Nate Cult is boring maybe, but it's effective. You basically play for the win in these competitive best of 5s. It's also quite fun to play this Nate Cult build from the Chaos side. It's annoying to play against it, but it's funny how strong it can be, especially in team games. You just go for a cultist with grenades, full economy, boom, tier 2 defilers, and then tier 3 possessed with obliterators. It's crazy how strong it can be if you do everything on a proper timing. And I think this can work in all the matchups. Let's check the stats. We have 86 units killed by LeRagpicker and only 32 by Dark Eldar. He mostly focused on destroying buildings, but he only managed to destroy 4. Still more buildings destroyed by Cha0s. Yeah, it was a domination from Cha0s side, no doubt. On resources we had more for Cha0s. He had plenty of energy, as you can see. No, wait, it's requisition spent. Well, he could have a lot of energy. He did not make the global upgrade for energy, but he could focus on a game with vehicle mass. It could have been better, in my opinion. On technology it shows Cha0s as the winner just because of these reinforced units and dark lenses on scourges. Well, these were not relevant in the game, they haven't helped at all. I think it even played for the worse in Dark Eldar's favor. I mean, it affected Dark Eldars in a negative side. All this investment in the scourges. He had good economy, good requisition income, and everything was invested in unit upgrades on the scourges and their reinforcement. And defilers countered them perfectly. Just bad decision making from FZ Cha0s. And solid build order execution from LeRagpicker. Good game, let's check the next one. On Outer Reaches, now FZ Cha0s goes for the Space Marines. And same race for LeRagpicker, his main race Cha0s. On the right side we have FZ Cha0s with Space Marines, goes for 3 scouts, opening 2 servitors and chapel barracks, very standard. Probably the most common opening for the Space Marines.
Scouts reporting for duty.
On the left side, LeRagpicker.
We are Cha0s. Cha0s is strong.
Goes for 3 cultists, a Raptor squad, and Chaos Lord. First cultist squad going to harass. That's one good thing Cha0s can do in the early game, harass Space Marines, and they can do it very effectively with the help of the cultists and Raptors. No generator for Cha0s, obviously.
For Cha0s. What is your wish? How can I serve?
Some weird attempt to cause pathing for the cultists, but they turned back. They will just deny this point for Space Marines for a while. Scouts already captured the upper strategic point, but it will probably get cancelled by the Raptors. There's nothing to stop them here. At least not now. And these cultists are being extremely annoying, as you can see.
We're here for the dark gods.
Force Commander is out for Space Marines, and the Space Marine squad is on the way. 44-0 economy on the second minute, that's awful economy. Great harass from Cha0s. Same economy for Cha0s also.
Scouts here.
Space Marines should try and kill these cultists. That's what scouts can do early game. They can do it best. If they spot any low HP heretics, they should go and kill it.
Awaiting orders. Praise the Emperor.
The listening post in here was cancelled, and the strategic point got decapped by the Raptors. Great job.
At your command.
This is Space Marines map vision. It's very bad. Only 3 points captured, 2 listening posts built, and 50-0 economy.
Yes, my lord. Scouts ready. Yes, my
Nice micro with the scouts so far from FZ Cha0s.
yes, my lord.
I like it, he keeps his scouts alive, he does not forget about them. And this is very important for a Space Marine in 1v1. He has to manage scouts properly. And if a Space Marine can do that, if he can keep his scouts alive in early game, he can do well with this race.
Scouts in position.
I think it is the hardest part in 1v1 for Space Marines to keep the scouts alive. Cha0s cancels another listening post for Space Marine here and decaps it again.
Scouts awaiting
Big
orders.
economy pain for Space Marines. 44-0 economy against 68-0 for Cha0s. Raptors also will probably kill these scouts, yeah. The first scout squad to be killed. Very unfortunate, the relic almost got captured, now it will... at least it stopped at half. Raptors did not stop the decap. We have a stronger army from Space Marines here, as long as Raptors are not nearby. But with the Raptors here, Space Marine is supposed to lose the fight. Yeah, it's probably over very soon. We have 80-0 economy for Cha0s and 50-0 for Space Marines. Look at this map control, it's just bad.
Defending object. Scouts awaiting orders.
Relic got captured, but does it even matter now? Good positioning of Cha0s army in the heavy cover. And Cha0s is in a very bad position. I mean FZ Cha0s, the player.
Scouts in position.
And even more better economy for Cha0s. Yeah, this is over, as we can also see on the timeline.
Grant us the gift.
What can I say? Very good harass from Cha0s in the early game. Yeah, Cha0s says he plays like a retard. I can understand his frustration when, especially when you've gathered some reputation in the game and then you start playing
Chaos God's great one.
lower than you expect. You do not meet the expectations for both observers,
My life
viewers, and especially
whatever you desire.
for yourself. What could a Space Marine do better in this game? Maybe a 4 scout opening and try to harass those Chaos heretics with 1 scout squad while also getting the map faster. It could have done a better job for Space Marine. Or maybe just go 2 scouts and more Space Marine squads. 3 Space Marine squads with Force Commander. And slowly advance either in the middle or on the top and keep these points. This could also be good. Or at least make the Space Marine squad before the first commander to deal with the cultists faster and Raptor squad Cha0s. Because first commander is very slow. He got on the outer map very slowly to defend the points. And also Cha0s Cha0s was way too good with both cultists and Raptors. Difficult for Space Marine at the beginning. One unit killed, it's quite close, 19 to 17. Economy, however, was in Cha0s' favor. As you can see, for a 6-minute game it was quite a difference. Almost 500 more resources for Cha0s. And on technology, Cha0s had more reinforced units and it decided a lot. More Cha0s army, it was pure tier 1 fight. Just aggression from Cha0s player won the game. And Space Marines struggled to deal with it. So let's jump into the third game. Cha0s Mirror now on Tranquility's End. That will be very interesting. I am not sure which is FZ Cha0s' main race. I know that he was good with Necrons, but I'm not sure if it was his main race. But if he has the Cha0s nickname, maybe it's Cha0s his main race. I have no idea. At the top side we have LeRagpicker with Cha0s. Goes for Cha0s Temple. 3 cultist squads, Generator and Raptors again. And Raptors can do wonders in the matchup, they can kill heretics very fast. You only have to find them. And they can also deal great damage to cultists. At the bottom side we have FZ Cha0s, he goes also for Raptors. And 3 cultist squads. But no generator. We have generator for LeRagpicker and no generator for FZ Cha0s. Who will prevail? And what's the more effective build opening, with generator or without? We will see. Here we have the heretic spotted by these Raptors. Will it get killed? Most likely so. They could have killed that heretic much faster with their ranged weapons. And we have 2 heretics here. They have more HP though, and these Raptors haven't even tried to kill them. Probably LeRagpicker wants to deny cultists to capture the points and decap points instead of killing heretics. Chaos Lord is out. 44 income for FZ Cha0s, and 50 to 10 for LeRagpicker. I'm not sure, but FZ Cha0s is probably Korean.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware!
No idea though. I'm pretty sure I've heard somewhere that he is Korean. But it does not really matter, as long as You have a good training schedule. That's basically what Koreans have. And the reason why many of them are so good. They are very strict about practicing, and getting good at the game, playing a lot. And LeRagpicker is probably German. Here we have FZ Chaos map vision.
My life is forfeit.
Still 44-0 economy.
Anything for the great powers. We can serve you. We are eager to
What a messy game, it's hard to track everything here. I'm not sure how the players are managing to do this. We have action on both sides of the map, it's crazy. Both Raptor squads doing a great job. And here we have the LP2 upgrades on the LeRagpicker's base. That's what we'll deal with these Raptors now. Still no generator for FZ Cha0s, and this probably will decide a lot in the long run.
our victory.
He has to build generators. He builds 2 of them now. 62-0 economy though, quite low. And he still only has 3 points under control. Oh, he also captured this one. Great job on this side.
Anything for the great powers.
And his control of the heretics is also very good. He instantly spots where the LeRagpicker's raptors are, and he
Whatever you desire.
keeps his heretics alive. Very good micro.
For the great powers.
68-20 now for FZ Cha0s against 80-10 for LeRagpicker. Places another generator.
Serve you.
And Chaos Space Marine Squad on the way. A bit better economy for LeRagpicker, but probably not for long. It will get closer and closer very soon. So far so good, amazing game from both sides. FZ Chaos Lord might get killed here. It got surrounded. But both Chaos Lords might die. Yeah, both of them get killed, fair trading here. And we have this LP2 upgraded for FZ Cha0s. Great, great job. He will secure this point for a few more minutes at least. And that's a huge economy bonus for him, and also defensive bonus. Much easier to defend it when it's upgraded. And he keeps being aggressive with his raptors. Man, this guy got angry at LeRagpicker, I can say that for sure. He starts to dominate in this game. However, we have 2 critical locations controlled by LeRagpicker. And still, economy-wise, it's equal. But we have tier 2 on the way for FZ Cha0s. Also goes tier 2 now, but a bit later. This also might decide a lot. It depends what FZ Cha0s will do on tier 2.
Taken hold victory.
We can serve you.
110-40 economy soon. Economy got much better for FZ Cha0s. Upgrades the LP2s, great job. Yeah, I feel like FZ Cha0s starts to dominate in here. On both economy and map control. He captured these critical locations, capture these ones now. Very nice, and he loses this LP2 finally. But his economy is still better. Yeah. Chaos Armory up for LeRagpicker. He probably wants to go for Chaos Space Marine Mars with heavy weapons. For now he has one squad. Also upgrades on the Raptors can be great. Finally tier 2 up for LeRagpicker. 92 to 30 economy though, lower than FZ Chaos economy. 104 to 40, and FZ Chaos goes for Sorcerer and Berserkers. He already researched the stun. Oh no, it's still in development. Chains of Torment. This stuns the enemy infantry squad. Great. It could be a great option to counter these Raptors. You can try and do that right now. Come on, what are you doing? Cast those abilities. Too late. Well, he had the chance, maybe he did not want to risk it. He could have killed those Raptors. 122 to 40 economy here. HP upgrade for Chaos leaders. So we have Berserkers, Chaos Sorcerer and Raptors from FZ Chaos. And we have Chaos Lord, Chaos Space Marines and Raptors from LeRagpicker. Sorcerer has crazy damage against buildings. It could try and destroy this LP2. Here we have the stun casted on the Chaos Space Marines. And Berserkers might even destroy these squads. Yeah, the Chaos Space Marine squad got killed, but another one is out. Nice engagement so far from FZ Chaos, but where is his Chaos Lord? I mean his Sorcerer. Was it killed? Yeah, looks like the Chaos Sorcerer for FZ Chaos got killed. It probably got focused by this LP2, and we have a sync error, unfortunately. So, I cannot know who won the game. I really cannot say, but let's analyze a bit. 126 to 40 economy for LeRagpicker. Goes for more Chaos Space Marines and Machine Pit, and on the other side we have a bit better economy and tier 3 on the way for FZ Chaos. Also much better map control, 3 critical locations for FZ Chaos, tier 3 on the way, Chaos Lord on the way. But from army only this Berserker squad. But since we have 2 more games in this best of 5, it probably means that FZ Chaos won this one. I wouldn't be surprised. He dominated in the early game. He had this point under control for some time, and he reaches tier 3 faster in this game. So by the time LeRagpicker would get on his side, FZ Chaos would already be tier 3 and maybe have the possessed Chaos Marines and Obliterators and manage to kill this army somehow. Well, this is my theory. I think FZ Chaos probably won this, but I'm not sure. So let's check the stats for this game. We have 48 units killed for FZ Chaos and 37 units killed by LeRagpicker. So, by the time it got the sync error, Chaos has killed more units. On resources we had very close economy. And on technology it also was very close. But yeah, tier 3 probably decided in the end for Cha0s, and I think he won. If he wouldn't, we probably wouldn't have 2 more games to watch. So let's jump into the 4th game. I'm really sorry about this sync error. You cannot fix it. That's the biggest downside probably of Soulstorm 1.2 version. There are no sync error in the Steam version of the game, thankfully. 4th game. sfto LeRagpicker finally picks another race, Orks. And we still have Cha0s race for FZ Cha0s. At the bottom side, LeRagpicker with Orks. Finally we'll see how he plays with other races. Goes for 3 Slugger Boys opening. The boys hut and generator, that's a bit unusual. The standard would be to go for 2 Slugger Boys, Shooter Boys and Big Mech. Nevertheless, this build was also very popular on Orks. 3 Slugger Boys. We also have Compiador as observer in this game. I'm not surprised, since these games were played shortly after the games I've recorded in my previous video, played by Compiador's Eldar. Great player, if you've missed it, go and watch it. Big Mech on the way. Here at the top side we have FZ Cha0s with Cha0s. 2 cultist squads, Raptors, and Cha0s Temple. Cha0s Lord is also on the way. LeRagpicker trying to capture this point here. Most likely it should get decapped. Come on, you can do that, that's right.
Yes, Lord.
And Compiador also mentions that the LeRagpicker's attempt to get these points fast will probably fail. I saw Como is also the player I was mentioning in my previous video, the Dark Eldar player, Komora. One of the best Eldar players, probably in Soulstorm. One of the first players to get very good with Dark Eldar. Nice decap here by the LeRagpicker. 50 to 10 economy for work. That's very bad economy for the 3rd minute. Raptors killing these Slugger Boys, forcing them to retreat. And 44 to 0 economy for Cha0s, even worse than Orks economy. I don't even know what's better. What could have been better for Ork, to go for this economy harass on Cha0s early, or focus on map control and the economy? Well, I think economy is very important for Ork. So probably focusing on capturing the points faster would be better for Orks and safer in the long run. But we'll see. Cha0s economy gets better, 56 to 10, so we have equal economy now. And when economy is equal, I think Cha0s already has the advantage. This point will go down in a few seconds.
Please, no more kissing.
Crazy action all over the map, hard to track again. Everything and analyze what our players are doing. 68 to 20 economy soon for Cha0s. This point might get destroyed by the big mech with Slugger boys. And FZ Cha0s will capture this. A point from the Orks side. He also destroyed and decapped this. I'm not sure if it was even captured, by the way. Crazy trades around the map. Orks economy is worse, 50 to 10. And we might have a decap here by the Raptors. What a crazy game so far. The action hasn't stopped for a second. And very good timing, I agree, for these Raptors to jump in here and decap the point. A very aggressive play from both players. And Cha0s aggression, something tells me, will prevail. Because Orks without economy cannot do anything. They won't be able to compete with Cha0s. Also, this engagement in Cha0s Bay is extremely bad. You should not be fighting under the LP2s. That's probably the biggest mistake so far from Ork, to get in here and fight under the LP2s. Still 50 to 10 economy for Orks, that's extremely low for the 6th minute. And Compiador was right. Orks' attempt to capture these 2 points at the start and be so aggressive just won't pay off in the long run. Ork has to focus strictly on economy in the early game, or at least some kind of mixture of harass and economy boom. That works best for Orks. But we had LeRag focus mostly on aggression and forgetting about his economy, which set him back big time. 74 to 20 economy here for Cha0s, much better economy. For map control it's about the same, but still better economy for Cha0s. He has more LP2s, goes for Cha0s armory. Very nice play from FZ Cha0s also. Extremely good management of Raptors and cultists. He only had 2 cultist squads, remember, and he still has 1 squad alive after all that work aggression. It's amazing how well he managed these low HP squads. Here we have the plasma, and we do not have anything from the Ork. He has the pile of guns, but with this economy he cannot keep up with fighting Cha0s. Yeah, that's GG. Big fail with forgetting the economy upgrades. But it's also worth saying that FZ Cha0s did not allow him to take the map that easily. We had constant decaps on the outer points, we had decaps in here and on this point all the time from the Raptors. And then FZ Cha0s also captured this point, so very hard for Ork now. It's impossible to stop this Cha0s army with what Ork is having. 80 to 10 economy, 45 Ork population cap, but the map is lost. Heavy bolters will deal with the shooter boys. Raptors are a great support. And Cha0s Lord full HP. No chances. And that's it. Time for the LeRagpicker to remove his buildings. GG so far. We had also tier 2 on the way for FZ Cha0s. Very well played. Let's check the stats before we jump into the last game. So I think the score is 2-2 so far. And probably the Cha0s mirror on Tranquility's end was won by Cha0s since the LeRagpicker changed the race this time. He probably realized that Cha0s is better in the mirror matchup. But we'll never know. 29 units killed by Cha0s, 21 by Orks. On resources we had a bit more for Cha0s. It was getting closer by the end, but then Cha0s had already much bigger army and better map control. Very well played by Cha0s again. The execution and aggression in this game, it was crazy. And on technology we had more reinforced units by the work, and unit upgrades on the shoot-up boys haven't helped though. LeRagpicker just failed when he tried to capture the Cha0s outer points. Was a nice try, but he failed. So the last game in this best of 5. Crazy games so far. Too bad that we had the sync error on Tranquility's end. So it seems that FZ Cha0s main race is Cha0s after all. In the left we have the LeRagpicker with Space Marines. The map is bloody hell, pretty rare, especially in the later years of Soulstorm.
Reporting for duty.
It was much more popular in Dark Crusade.
Yes, my lord. At your command.
Well, personally I liked this map as a Necron player.
Scouts reporting for duty.
Why wouldn't I?
Scouts in position.
Two Space Marine squads on the way and 2 scouts opening. That's something unusual.
Scouts awaiting orders.
On the right we have FZ Cha0s. Cha0s Space Marines around, no generator, Cha0s Lord on the way, and 2 cultists. Well, 3 cultists. One of them going on harass. And this will be a very nice decap. Even if he will lose plenty of cultists. Hopefully not the entire squad though. Yeah, he lost too many cultists in here, lost the entire squad just for 1 decap. Well, it delays Space Marines' economy a bit, but it probably wasn't worth it.
We're here for the dark gods.
Yeah, and the observers also are mentioning this. Both of them very good players, by the way.
Favor us with your enemies of the dark gods, beware! Our victory is assured. We're here for the dark gods.
44-0 economy for Cha0s. Controls the strategic points from his side at least. And same for Space Marines now. 44-0, 50-0. Very close economy so far on the 3rd minute.
At your command.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
Force Commander is out, so Space Marines army is probably stronger now. 2 squads of Space Marines and Force Commander.
Today the enemy shall know.
However, the economy is low.
Yes, my lord.
Scouts awaiting orders. Scouts here.
Direct us to the enemy.
Now it's about army management. Who will manage the units better, and
We stand
the
ready.
decision making. What's this moving in here? I also don't understand. LeRagpicker probably wants to surround this Cha0s army, and FZ Cha0s has to retreat in here.
Scouts awaiting orders.
I misclick in here. The command to capture the critical location was not
Fear denies faith.
Scouts awaiting orders.
he didn't right click on this properly, but he probably also wants to capture the relic first. Or maybe even kill this heretic, it would be great. Once the turret is up, it won't be possible to take this Cha0s point back. We also had some crazy fight on this side. A lot of units got killed. It looks like Cha0s lost a lot of units, maybe one cultist squad.
How can I serve?
Nice move in here by LeRagpicker. 56-0 economy for Cha0s, that's so low.
Cross me.
And Cha0s also failed at building the turret here. The heretic ability
Whatever
was casted and the heretic died. He lost all the HP and the turret was never built. Was a bit of a fail from Cha0s. 56-0 for Space Marines. Almost same economy.
We live for the hunt at your command.
And Cha0s needs this point badly. Was this built? Probably not. It wasn't. Well, Space Marines army is stronger, that's for sure. And here we have the engagement that will probably decide the outcome of this game. Force Commander still full HP, Cha0s Lord gets killed, and that's it, I think. There's no way Cha0s can win this fight. The Space Marines have much more HP, the Force Commander is full HP. Yeah, it's probably over. A pretty big mistake with this engagement from Cha0s. He should have waited, but yeah, another sync error. Well, I think it's clear who won in here. It was almost over, we had the armory up, 56-10 economy. And 56-0 here, yeah, it's a Space Marine victory for sure. Cha0s didn't even have a generator up. While Space Marine had a stronger army, Force Commander, and armory. Once he would get those upgrades, it would be over. And so LeRagpicker wins this best of 5. Too bad that we had 2 sync errors. I had to guess who was the winner, but it's probably the score 3-2 for LeRagpicker. Good games, what can I say? Again, let's check the stats. "25 units killed by LeRagpicker and 13 by Cha0s. Yeah, it's clear that Space Marines won. Very close economy. And for technology we have a lot of reinforced units on Cha0s that didn't really help. Space Marines army management and economy investment was better. So that's it with a best of 5, guys. Thank you all for watching it. I will also link these games on VaulSC channel. I think they are up still on his channel. He was one of the first Dawn of War Soulstorm casters back in the day, 10 years ago. He was doing a great job, so check him out. Thank you all again for watching. Leave your feedback below the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time.